Hello everyone. This video should be a recap for you on how to deal with coded trig equations. What we mean by coded is that what is within the trigonometric function is not just a single letter. We've also got multipliers and a constant on the second one. Now we're going to be doing these in radians. That's the only difference from what you've already learned in year 12. Now to start off with, always look inside your function first. This has 3x. Our limit is for x. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my limits by timesing each section by 3. So my limits actually go between 0 and 6 pi. I'm now going to solve by doing the inverse cos to both sides. Now I will check my calculator is in radians. So the inverse cos of 0.2 is 1.369. Now I'm going to give my final answers to 2 decimal places. So here, because this is not a final answer, I've just kept an extra 1. What you must do here is resist the temptation to divide by 3. If you do that, you will lose answers. It's at this point we cast. So we're dealing with cos, so our pluses are here and here. And I've got to go up to 6 pi. So 0, 180. There's the 360, so we go 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, and 6 pi. Now, I'm going to start off getting the solutions from here, but to help me out, I will do 2 lines in the same time. It does help. So my angle was 1.369. It was positive, so I draw it in the positive section. So my first solution is 1.369, and I will be dividing it by 3 to get my second solution. I'm giving my answer to 2 decimal places, 0.46. Now, my next solution will be 2 pi minus 1.369, which will give me my second solution of 4.914. I will also be dividing this by 3 and giving my answer to 2 decimal places. Now, usually we only go around once because we're only going to 2 pi, but we are going to 6 pi. We've got to go around this twice more. So I've been around once, so I'm at 2 pi. So I've now got to do 2 pi plus 1.369. That gives me 7.652. Now I would always write these down just to make sure I get my full marks, and I will divide by 3. Okay, so I've been round once to there. I'm almost round twice, so now it's going to be 2 pi minus. Oh, apologies, not 2 pi minus. I've been round once, 2 pi, 4 pi minus. Okay, 11.197, which I will divide by 3. It's 3.73. All right, we're almost there. Once round 2 pi, twice round 4 pi. So now we've got to do 4 pi plus 1.396. Which is 13.935. I will now be dividing that by 3 to give me my next solution, 4.65. And then lastly, once, twice, this is my third time round, so 6 pi minus. So 17.481 and divide it by 3, 5.83. So we have ended up with 6 solutions. Now I do those lines at the same time because it saves me having to retype numbers in. Key things is to, whatever is within your trigonometric function, you undo that last. The last thing you do is uncode. The first thing you need to do is adjust your limits. And usually when you spin around once, usually, not always, usually you get 2 solutions. So as we were spinning around 3 times, we ended up with 6. Let's just do one more. In my second example, I've got sine of 2x plus pi by 3 equals 0.5. So the first thing I will do, my limits are here. Each one of those I'm going to double. So doubling it means I'm going to go around at least twice, and I have to add on pi by 3 to each of these as well. So we're not actually going to start collecting solutions from 0, we're actually going to start from pi by 3. Now it can help you if you want to, and I've seen some people do this, just to give you an idea, because of course on this diagram, where is that? Are you going to accept solutions? You might want to make a note of what the decimals of each part is. So anything outside of that range, we are not going to accept. So next thing we're going to do, let's get rid of the sign by inverse signing both sides. And my calculator is still in radian mode. All right, pi by 6. Do not start getting rid of these things here. So yes, at the very end, I will be minusing pi by 3 and dividing by 2, but not yet. This is what I need to cast. And I've got to go up to just over 4 pi. So 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. And we are doing sine, so plus, plus, minus, minus, and we have a positive angle. And like last time, I'm going to do my 2 lines as I go. So to start with, the first solution is pi by 6. Now I'm just going to check, before I just automatically write it down, that is 0.523. We cannot accept that. Our first solution has to be 1.047. This one's too small, so I'm going to ignore that first answer. So then from 0, I go around, so I've got pi minus pi by 6, which gives me 5 pi by 6. Let's just check it's in the limits, 2.61. Yes, it's bigger than 1.047. Okay, so I'm just going to uncode this. So this one I'm going to take away pi over 3. And then that answer needs to be times by 2. So it needs to be divided by 2. So take away pi by 3, then divide by 2, which will give me pi over 4. Is my first solution. Let's go back. Pi minus pi by 6. So now we're on to 2 pi plus pi by 6. 13 over 6 pi. And I'm going to go through the same process. Take away pi by 3 and then divide it by 2. Okay, we've been around once. So the next one is 3 pi minus pi by 6. Which is 17 pi over 6. And again, I'm just going to follow my procedure previously. take away pi by 3, and then divide by 2. So, been round once, I've got this one, now I'm at 4 pi plus. Now, because I'm 4 pi plus, I will be checking this. 4 pi plus pi over 6, 25 pi over 6, let's just make sure it's in the limits. Yes, it is. It's less than 13.61, so we can have that. So I will add that on. Don't forget to uncode. So I will take off pi by 3 and divide by 2. Now, because I'm now going even further, I will go above this limit. So these are my 4 solutions. So remember, at the beginning, adjust your limits and only uncode at the very end. Thank you very much for listening.